today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders versus Lamar Jackson and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Inside give to Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete. On second down, Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Jackson now. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Jackson on first down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. So the try for 2, good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Micah Parsons Coming in from that outside linebacker spot, he gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
Gets this out quickly to Dodson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On first down, Wentz. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw there complete to Sims. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Sims, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our second ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry by Elliott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Catch is made by Hunter Renfro. And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 33 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And here comes Danny Johnson now from his ends. Johnson on, it's poke free. Football's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Once more, Gibson. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's from sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now Callaway on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Touchdown, Cowboys. Juju Smith-Schuster, 53 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Garibay on to attempt the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking down. Might want to take that course.
First carry for James Conner. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. They'll run here with Conner. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. James Conner with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Airing it out for Hamilton. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 2nd and a yard. Minshew. That's complete right around the 8. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Cowboys, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon.